Before I tell you this story, I need you to know one thing. This actually happened to me. No exaggeration, no fiction. And to this day, I have never gone back to that place. It was an ordinary afternoon. I love cycling, especially off-road, so I decided to explore part of the countryside I'd never been to before. No houses, no people, no phone signal. Just me, my cycle, and miles of dense trees and bushes. The deeper I went, the quieter everything became, like someone slowly turned the volume of the world down to zero. Birds stopped singing. Even the wind seemed to disappear. At one point, something inside me, a feeling I can't explain, said very clearly, "That's enough. Turn around." But I didn't listen. I told myself I was being silly and kept pedaling deeper. Then I reached a spot that felt wrong, completely isolated. The trees were so thick that barely any sunlight reached the ground. I stopped for just a second to drink water, and that's when I heard it. A soft murmur, like a human whisper, but too low to make out words. It was close, too close. I froze and looked around. Nothing. No one. I told myself, it's just the wind, or maybe a snake or some animal. I literally said in my head, "Relax, it's nothing." The exact second that thought crossed my mind, the whisper got louder, closer. Like whatever it was, heard me think that, and answered. My blood turned ice cold. I threw my bottle down, jumped on the cycle, and started pedaling like my life depended on it. Branches were hitting my face, my lungs were burning, but I didn't stop until I reached a clearing maybe 15 to 20 minutes later. I finally stopped, gasping for air, hands shaking on the handlebar. And then, behind my back, the whisper came again. But this time it wasn't soft. It exploded into a loud, guttural murmur, like whatever it was had been holding it in the whole time I was running. I whipped around so fast I almost fell off the cycle. Nothing was there. And then, the sound started moving upward. It rose from the ground, into the trees above me, like something invisible had just stood up and climbed into the branches, right over my head. I didn't scream. I didn't breathe. I just pedaled, faster than I ever have in my entire life. I didn't look back once. When I finally reached the main road, my shirt was soaked with sweat, my legs were jelly, and I was crying without even realizing it. I have never returned to that area, not even close. Some people say it was a Jinn. Some say it was a spirit that guards that forest. Some say it was just my imagination playing tricks. But I know what I felt. I know it reacted when I tried to convince myself it wasn't real. And I know something followed me, and then rose into the trees when I turned around. Whatever it was, it let me leave. But it made sure I'll never forget it was there. If you've ever experienced something whispering in the jungle or forest, comment below. I read every single one. Like plus subscribe plus bell plus don't explore alone.